and check your answers. All right. Okay. So Kiana, you are student 2. So we find the new coordinates if point A, which is 2, -5, is shifted up 8 units. So what I did, you guys, is I have a little graph here. So if we actually go to -2, let me find my colors. We'll use red. Let me okay. So no, it's hang on, Kiana. 2, -5. Okay. So 2, -5 is right here. You want to shift that point up 8. So this is a good strategy for you guys when you're doing these kinds of things on graphs, is just graph it and see what happens. So we'll put our starting point in red and then we'll put our ending point in blue. So Kiana, you said 10, 3. So look at that dot. So what I want you guys, and you guys can do feedback as well. Hang on, let me put Danny in. What do you guys think then? And Kiana, especially you, because this is your point, is that red point, if it goes here to the blue point, is that moved up 8? What do you guys think? And you can type it in your notepads. D is awesome. And then good. So Kiana, that's good. You're reflecting on your own. I like that. So 0 doesn't move. Oh, Danny, hang on. I'll come back and you'll be able to see, and then you can still participate. Give me 2 seconds. So Kiana, you said now 2, 3. You want to change. So I'm gonna do your change in purple. So your 2, 3 right here. All right, what do you guys think about that? Is that red point now moved up 8 units? Is Kiana right? I know my face is frozen. See, somebody told me if I freeze my face, I look better. No, just kidding. Actually, they said if you freeze your face, you take up less bandwidth, and then some people were saying that I was breaking up or something before, so I was thinking maybe this way I'd come in more clearly and you could hear my voice really crystal clear. Unless you guys want, you know, my face to be unfrozen. Okay, so Kiana, what do you think? Is that the right answer now? Is the purple the right answer? And you guys can all weigh in if you want. Okay, very good, Kiana. You're exactly right. So if we take this red point and we move up 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you're exactly right. We moved up 8. So the original coordinates of this point were 2, -5. And if we move it up 8, and Kiana, I think this is what you're saying. You said 0 doesn't move, but I think what you mean is the x coordinate doesn't change. And you're right, because all we're doing is shifting up or down, which is the y coordinate. So all we're doing is we're adding 8 to the y coordinate so that our new coordinate becomes what you said, 2, 3. Perfect. Excellent job. Okay, you guys, let's go back, see what everybody else did. Okay, so Kiana, you are good. Cece, so you are in pod 3, and your coordinate was at -7, -3, and you are shifting 4 units to the right. All right, so -7, let's just erase all this now so that we can put your point in there. -7, -3 is going to be down here. We'll start you off in purple. And you are shifting 4 units to the right. So let's put up your, oh, Cece, I see you are changing on me. You are changing. All right, what's it going to be? 4 units to the right. Oh, so Danny, why Cece's putting her new coordinates up? I'll come back here. So you're in notepad 8, which we don't have. So take 6, actually. I mean, you can take notepad 8, that's fine, but just take number 6 here. We'll call that you. We'll just say that's an 8. And so your point is at -6, 0, and you want to shift down 5 units. All right, so hopefully, so that's what we are discovering, Danny, what your question is. It's a really good question. So put what you think, and then we are discovering. We are making a discovery. All right, Cece, let's go back to you. You've got something in there. So you are notepad 3. You're shifting 4 units to the right. So your new point, you said, is at -7, -1. I think that's what that says. Okay, so -7, -1. All right, Cece, we're going to have you critique your own. Is that correct? Did the purple dot move 4 units to the right to go to the green dot? So you are moving to the right. What do you think? You are changing. So you are moving 4 units to the right. So definitely use the graph to help you visually kind of think about that. All right, so keep thinking about that, Cece, because I think I'm assuming you. Uh-oh, my little picture went out. Anyway, I'm assuming that you are realizing that is not quite the right answer is why you're changing. So keep thinking about it. Let me go back here for 1 second. All right, you guys, I unfroze for now. So give me a second. All right, Cece, you were typing. All right, we're gonna go to D. I'm gonna give you a moment to kind of think about it. Keep thinking about it. You want to move to the right 4, and I'm gonna plot D's point. So D is awesome. Yes, I know. I'm gonna call you that. So D is awesome, Notepad. His original one was at -7, -3. So D, I'm gonna give you an awesome green. You were at negatives. Oh, so you're in the same place actually. You are in the same place, yes, but your task is different. So you are shifting 4 units down. So D, I'm going to do you like this. Okay, so your task is to shift 4 down. All right, and you said your point was at, you think it's, you think it's wrong? Oh, okay, well, do you want to change it? Change it before I plot it. See what you get. See what you get. I don't know why my webcam keeps going out. Sorry, you guys. See, like I start to share it. Don't really think it wants my face up there. All right. All right, so D, think about it then. And let's go back to Cece. Okay, so Cece, you wanted to move 4 units to the right. So you're saying then your new point, we're going to make a new green one for you, is at -1, -3. All right, so from the purple to the green, did you move 4 units to the right? What do you guys think? So Kiana said the x-axis would move if you're moving to the right. Yes, Kiana, right. Exactly. Cece, it looks like you figured out that you would need to move the x-coordinate now. Good. Okay, so you're changing your mind again. So we've got -3. So now you have it here. Do you feel comfortable about that? Are you good? Are you ready? Is that your final answer? Right here? Okay. Let's count. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, you are exactly right. So if we look at your original point, which was at -7, -3, and your new point, you had to move 4 units to the right, and you guys both figured out, Kiana, you figured out, Cece, you figured it out. What you're adjusting now is not your y, but your x. So you just have to add 4 to your x-coordinate, and your new coordinates become -3, -3, which is what you got. Awesome. Very good. All right, D, so you have a new guess. All right, I'm going to erase this one. Let's go to your new one. So your new guess is -7, -7, and you are shifting down 4 units. So you are going to be here. All right, what do you guys think? Does the purple go to the red? Is that shifting down 4 units? D, what do you think? Are you correct? All right, Kiana says yes. D, you say you believe. I believe too. All right, well, let's check it out. So if you're going up or down, remember, you guys, you're shifting your y coordinate. So your original point was at -2, -3. And if you shift down 4, that means you're subtracting 4, right? So your new coordinate should be at -7, -7, which is what you have. So you are exactly right. Nice job. All right, we have 2 more to go. So we have Israel and Danny. Okay, let's look at Israel's point. So Israel's student 5. So yours was -60, and you are shifting 2 units to the right. So let's make you orange. So you are at -60, and you are going to shift 2 units to the right. So let us see what you said. Hang on, erase all that. Your points you have is -6. Oh wait, hang on. Did I plot that wrong? You are at -60. Yes, yes, I did. Give me a second. No, I didn't. -60. Okay. So you are shifting 2 units to the right, and so your new point would be here at -62 is what you're saying. All right, Israel, since this is yours, going from the orange to the pink right here, is that shifting 2 units to the right? What do you think? Shifting 2 to the right. Is that correct? What do you think, Israel? Let me double check that you were shifting to the right. Student 5. Yep, is shifted 2 units to the right. So, Israel, what do you think? Give me a response. Type in the chat. Okay, so you don't want to be the last one. We're going to go to Danny while you think about whether that's right or wrong, okay? You gotta let me know. And then let's go over here to Danny. So you started off at the same point, Danny, and you had to shift 5 units down. So you said your new point was at, oh, you went up, you went up 1. Let's see. Okay, hold on. So Danny, you could look at yours. Everybody else think about it. Israel, are you still there? Type in the chat if you're still there. Israel. Hey D, is your brother still there? Oh, good, Danny, good. Okay, Israel, so you got to respond something in the chat or on your text box by the time I'm done with Danny. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of assume that you walked away. And then I'm going to disconnect you so that you can reconnect. So Israel, make sure you respond by the time I'm done with Danny. Okay, so Danny, you have, hang on, I forgot what your task was already. You are shifting 5 units down. Okay, so let me plot your point here. I'm just going to move this out of the way. Oops, maybe not. Actually, we'll just leave it. Okay, so your task was 5 units down, and you said your new point is -11, -5. Okay, so if I plot, so -11 is out here. So your point would be about right here, Danny. I'm actually just going to erase this because it's in the way. Okay, so let me erase this one. All right, so Danny, your point then goes from -60 to here. So is that shifting 5 units down? I mean, you're kind of close, but there's one problem. So anybody wants to help out Danny too, can. What was the problem? Oh, the problem was, okay, so your original point was at -60, and you wanted to shift down 5 units. So the original point, here I'll make the coordinates here. So your original point was at -60, and your task was to shift down 5 units. All right, so Kiana. Okay, Kiana, that was a good help. I'm going to plot. So Kiana was working on it too, and she said it's at -6. Oh, no. Wait, Miss Elliott, no, don't plot that one. I think it's awesome you guys are all trying this out. Very good. Oh, the other one. Oh, -6, -5. Okay. So we've got this point here too. So we've got a point here at -6, -5. Danny, what do you think about that point? How does that look? Is that shifted down 5 units? Exactly, Danny, exactly. Just the 0. Exactly. So what do you think? Does that look right? So if we take the orange point and we want to shift it down 5, would it end up here at -6, -5? Yes, yes, Danny, exactly. We are only manipulating the y. Very good. Okay. So yeah, if you guys think about what we learned here today, so I'm just assuming Israel, you're not here anymore, okay? Because you are not responding to my questions, by the way. So everybody else, you guys think about what we learned here today. So let's go back to our warm-up. It says find the new coordinates if this point is shifted 3 units to the left. So the key for you guys is to notice if it says left, up, right, or down. So if it goes left or right, what we discovered is that you're only going to adjust the x coordinate here or here. But if it goes up, like here, or down on this one, then you're only going to adjust the y coordinates here. Sure, Ken, you can do Israel's if you want. That would be marvelous, very marvelous. And now that if you do it, we can, so what is he, number 5? Yeah, so he's number 5. So you guys think about this too. So Kiana put -4, 0. So if you think about what we know, we are going to the right. Let's see if Kiana is right. What do you guys think? Is Kiana right? What do you guys think? We're going 2 units to the right. Kiana's like, yes, yes, I am right. Cece said you look right too. Very good. D is saying yes as well. So let's check it out. So if we're going to the right, we're only adjusting x. And since we're going to the right, we're adjusting it in the positive direction. So if we take -6 plus 4, we get negative, wait, oh, 2 units. Sorry. I'm like, no, we're right. Okay, sorry. We're adjusting it 2 units, not 4. Your answer is 4. So we get 4, -4, 0, and you are right. Yeah, sure, Danny, go ahead. Open your mic. Feel free. No, I can't hear you. Did you maybe go up to the, did you enable your mic up at the top? Let me see here. Danny, let me see if I can do anything with your audio. Oh, it says it's working. I wonder if sometimes you have to go to meeting. Oh, yeah, we can hear you. Perfect. That's okay.
So if you shift to the left or right, you only change the x. But if you shift to the left, then it's the negative number. And if you shift to the right, it's a positive number.
You got it. That's perfect.
Okay, and if it's up or down, you only shift. Oh, you only do you only change the y. But if you're going up, it's like positive, and if you go down, it's a negative number.
That's beautiful. Yes, you explained it perfectly.
Got it. Thanks.
No, that was good. Very good. So hopefully you guys, did that all make sense what Danny was asking or telling? Yes, yes. Okay, good. Very good. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, you guys, so just think about that. That's kind of the crux of what I wanted to get across from you guys today. And the reason that I'm doing, so let's go back over here to objectives. So our objective today was to use the translation vectors to translate objects in the coordinate plane. And that's basically what you guys have actually done already. Kind of my goal for you guys is to start to see how if you shift things, you know which coordinate is affected. And part of the reason that I pulled this up is because some of you guys, when you were answering what a translation was, you guys weren't really answering it correctly. I think some of you guys are getting confused about transformation, the word transformation versus translation. And translation is what you guys all just did. You translated the point. And think about the directions that you translated it. You translated it left or right or up or down. So we don't ever have any kind of diagonal translation. I mean, ultimately the point can end up in a diagonal spot, but we really only translate it left or right or up or down. So I'm going to show you guys an example. Just make sure you are reading this important info for success. Try to work on math every day. That way you'll always be fresh in math and you won't have to re-remember things. And then again, keep making a plan, you guys, about what you want to do as far as keeping caught up if you're not. Okay. So the reason that we do it with just little points is so you get a feel for it. Because ultimately, you guys are going to do it with shapes. And here's what a translation vector looks like. So up here you can see that it's really kind of like these little pointy parentheses. They're not really parentheses. And so if you see these little kind of fish looking or greater than or less than signs is kind of what they are. This actually means this is a vector. So that means that's what you want to do. You want to translate it 3 units for x and -6 units for y. So these vectors are in the same order as your points. So the first one is x, and the second one is y. But this is the rule to tell you how to move the points. So when you guys get a shape like this, you're basically just moving points like you just did. So what we would want to do is first identify where these points sit. So this one is at -6, 7, A is, and C is at 1, 1, and B is at -8, 3. Once you identify the points, it's really easy to translate them. So I'm going to show you guys this one, and then I'm going to have you guys just try one on your own at the very end. So what I do, the easiest thing to do, oh, and then really important is how do you notate? So I'm going to show you this notation. When we deal with transformations, we have an original shape, and then when we translate it or reflect it or rotate it, some type of transformation, we have an image. And it's important to know what was the original shape and what was the image, and we do that by a special notation. So I just want to point it out because I'm not sure everybody was noticing in the lessons. So what I do is I write my points down. So in this case, I would write A, and I would put my point as -6, 7. Then I would list my B point, and my B point was -8, 3. And then I would list C as 1, 1. Then we have this translation vector. So the way we deal with that is I need to add 3 to every x value. So in other words, just like the warm-up, I need to shift everything to the right 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 to all my x values. So any questions so far, you guys? Any questions so far? No. Oh, Danny, sorry I didn't see your question. The parentheses. Oh, you use that little asterisk to show an image? Is that what you're saying too, Danny? You mean, oh no, yeah, wait. Very good, Kiana. It's exactly like we did before. So, okay. All right, Danny, hopefully I answered your question. I'm hoping. All right, so exactly. And then, so we are shifting the whole thing to the right 3 because that's what this vector says. Yeah, I think you did actually, Danny, because you're actually on this week, so you've already done this one, I think. Double check, but I think you did well on it too. And then for your y coordinate, this is saying we want it to shift down 6 because it's -6. So all we have to do is put -6 next to everything like this. And then we just add or subtract to get our new points. So here's the important part, you guys. Well, it's all important, but our image is shown like this. We write A, and then we put a little mark up there, like a little apostrophe or something. And that means prime, A prime. But that really what that means is this is our new shape, this is our new image. And then we just add or subtract. So we have -6 plus 3, which gives us -3. And then we have 7 minus 6, which is just 1. And then our B prime, which is our new image, do the same thing. -8 plus 3 is -5. And 3 minus 6 is -3. And then finally, on to the last one, we get for -2. So the hardest thing for you guys is just making sure you add and subtract correctly. But basically, it's what we just already did. We are adding or shifting to the right 3, and we are subtracting or shifting down 6. We're just putting them together. All right, you guys, so any questions before you try one point on your own? Any questions? Kiana's no. All right. Okay. Oh, I haven't given it to you yet, Danny. It's a surprise. I'm going to surprise you on the next slide. Oh. Image? Do you know? Okay. Oh, you're ready. All right, you guys. Here it is. So, not that. This. Okay, you guys. I'm only giving you 1 point, so I'm not making you do a whole entire image. But you are going, now you have the official terminology, and in your notepads, make sure you label your new image correctly. So for example, Kiana's in notepad 2. She would translate this point A by the vector 5, -9, and then properly make sure that she labels the image. Going up is adding and down is subtracting. That is correct, Cece, for your y coordinates. And for the left coordinates, going left is subtracting and going right is adding. The nice thing about these vectors, though, is that they already have the signs there. So if it says a minus, all you know it's subtraction. So it's kind of nice because you don't have so many words. I don't have to say, hey, go left 3. You know, it'll just say -3. All right, you guys, give it a try. Danny, you have a percent in your new one. There you go. There you go. And although I actually should have known because that's the point in here, so I could probably figure that out. All right. So Kiana, Danny, you guys are already trying. CC, D, you've been here. So are you B, student 4? Yes, you are, good. And Israel is MIA. All right, you guys, so take another 30 seconds or so to think about it, and then we'll discuss. Okay, you guys, that is your countdown. So we are going to check now. So let's start. We're going to go backwards this time. So Danny, we are starting with you. So I like that you have your image labeled as B prime. You have that apostrophe there. Very nice. You are notepad 6. So move this up a little bit. You started off with -7, 5, and you're translating it by the vector -8, 1. So if we do -7 minus 8, what'd you get? -7. Oh, you know what, Danny? I think instead of pulling the -8 over, you pulled a 7. And then you pulled a +7 for some reason. So check that out. Yeah. So try that one, see what you get. And then for 5, you want to, oh, okay, yeah. Try yours again, Danny. Try yours again. We'll come back to you. We'll come back. Okay, let's go backwards. Israel's not here. So D, you are student 4. So you have a -7 and you have a 5. Those are your original coordinates. And you have to translate them. Okay, so D, you don't have an answer, right? Dee, are you also not in the webinar, or are you here and you're just stuck? All right, I'm going to go to Cece then. So let's go to student 3. All right, so that would be Cece. Cece, you have 3, -2, and you're going to translate by -12 and 2. All right, Cece, let's see how you did. Okay, I like your labeling. You have good labeling as well. So you put the A prime to notate that it's an image. 3 minus 12 is in fact -8. You got that? And then, oh, 0, yes. -2 plus 2 is 0. Very good, Cece, very good. Oh wait, how'd you get 9? 9, oh, because I misadded? Yes. Very good. -9, sorry. -9, I keep looking over at Kiana's and I'm pulling her 8s. Sorry about that. So good job, Cece. You have the concept down. I like it. Very nice. Let's double check Kiana's. So we've got the 3 and the -2, and then you translated it by 5 for the x and -9 for the y. Do you have your image labeled? Yes. Very nice. You have A prime. And you got the 8. That's where I was getting 8 from. And you have -11. So excellent efforts. Good job working that out. I like how you showed your work in there. Looks really good. So Kiana, Cece, you guys are set. All right, Danny, we're going back to you. Okay, so you started with -7 and 5, and you translated by -8 and 1. So, and you had your image nicely labeled. You were B prime. You ended up with -15, which you got, and 6. Yay! Good job redoing that. Excellent job. Really, really great. Very good. All right, last person. So we're going back to Israel. Okay, Israel, what do you get? You have -3, -6 is your vector. So I'm just seeing a -7. Does somebody want to help Dee out? Oh, he put in a what, Kiana? So I think he might have, I don't know, he may be going in and out or something. But Dee, I think if you're here, do you know what's going on with what we're doing? You call me Israel? Did I call you Israel? No, I called you Dee. I was just saying that Israel, I said you were going in and out maybe with Israel, because Israel has been MIA. All right, Dee, we're going to go ahead and move on, I think. Do you know what's going on? Do you want to keep trying to put your answer in? Okay. Go ahead and type that in, and I'll wait for you, okay, for about 20 seconds or so. All right, you guys. So anyway, while Dee is wrapping up with that, I'm just going to show you guys your ticket out. So everyone who is done, that's Kiana, Cece, and Danny, let me show you guys your ticket out, and then you can work on that if you like. So what I want you to post in Schoology today, it's not going to be too bad. You're going to write one thing you learned and one thing that maybe you have a question about. And you can even write a question about something not related to this webinar if it's something in a problem or some practice, or if you've just seen a lesson recently and you have a question, go ahead and write about that. And then respond to 2 other people's questions. So see if you can answer their questions. Well, and if you'd rather, you can reflect on something that you learned from their post. So remember that people are going to be writing one thing they learned. So if they write something that you didn't think about, then just kind of reflect on that. So any questions, you guys? Any questions? Okay. All right, let's double check D's then because he's got it down. So your vector D, you've got -3, -6, and let's see. All right, so D, the only thing that I'm seeing right now that's missing is you need your image notation. Okay, so how do you label this new point? Like what would be the title of it? How would you notate it? It looks like you have the right x coordinate, and it looks like you have the right y coordinate. Very good. But notice if you look around, like look up at Danny because she had B also. The only way to know the difference between the original point and the image is by notating it with this prime mark, this little apostrophe. That way, if you have a graph and you have multiple shapes, multiple points, you know which one is the image and which one is the original one. So good. All right, very good, you guys. Well, that then is the end of our session. So hopefully you guys, you now know how to use these translation vectors to translate objects in the coordinate plane. And then remember your ticket out. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming to the webinar. Hopes it helps. Hoped it helped. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye, Danny.